A foolish samurai warrior wielding a shape-shifting master of darkness, wielding a magic sword, wielding a foolish samurai warrior wielding a magic sword.
Hello and welcome to, well, it feels weird. Maybe there's another part to this episode that I already have, maybe not. So, if I decide to remove the old video that I did ages ago, hello and welcome to the Oni video. We like to talk about investment and talk about which characters are the best to investment at the start of the game. Please tell me, yep, cool. I've now finished that challenge, I'm happy. So let's talk about the perks, shall we? The first one that you're seeing a lot of is Ancient Tactics, which allows me to see pallets and vulnerable windows within 32 meters of me. Might be a little lower right now just because of the fact that it's level 2, not level 3. Where did you go? Okay, you went over here. Hello. I see that there's a pallet here, so I will play... Accordingly missed. Oh, she was already in my obsession. That's very weird movement from her. It's weird that there's a random thing there. I'll go back here. Yep, and they were still working on it. Hello, Fingman. Will we keep up our streak of randomly killing the Fengmans? Well, you just gave me my power pretty much, so I'm happy now. Boom. So I should talk about how this works. So it's Ancient Tactics, I already talked about that. So Blood Echo, when I hook a injured when I hook someone, other injured survivors get exposed and blinded. So oblivious, I think, actually. So generally just an annoying perk to deal with. And I said that just because we get value from it right now. What is going on here? And Nemesis is if someone pallet stuns me. I believe it has to be by pallet stun. I don't know why you're just chilling here. Apparently just to be an arsehole. And, oh wait, howdy, did that work out for you? I think we have a bunch of griefers here today. Which does not bode well for my tutorial series. But yeah, so those are the perks. So Blood Echo does have a cooldown, so it can't be used like super powerfully, where you just use it. Yep, we can tell by these blood orbs that survivors drop when they're injured that someone was coming over here. We will just kill her immediately. This person was so stunned about what happened to us. So we'll pick them up because they obviously have DS because they're toxic. They didn't, that's a very big surprise. We'll immediately pick them up. We'll pick this survivor up. And then we will go to a hook over here. Blood Echo will be off cooldown, so then Fengmin will get exhausted and oblivious again. And then we'll come over here and then just tell them to die. Pretty much. Because I'm not playing with annoying people in my game. And we'll hook them over here just because there's no gens over here. And it just seems out of the way in general. Cool. So we will now go into our Blood Fury, which means a few things. It means that we can do the Demon Dash and the Demon Strike. Both of which are kind of annoying to do on a shoebox mouse. God, yeah. This is a one-hit down, provided that you land it. And people are being way too, freaking ballsy, I'll say, for people in their situation right now. So yeah, that's how it works, and the great thing is you can absorb all this blood just around in order to, refill your power. So there's a bit of tracking, there's a bit of everything in Oni's power, which is what makes it really good. What we're gonna do is, I wanted to try to do that faster, so then I would be able to just immediately get them Sadly, Blood Echo is still on cooldown. But as you can see, we get to see where they're going by this. So right now they have Lucky Break, which means that usually we wouldn't be able to see them. But due to the fact that we have the ability of playing Oni, we are then able to see them instead. Or maybe I was just an idiot actually. Maybe I just bamboozled myself with my own power. That sounds about right. Okay, so we're back in we have our power again, rather. So right now we're just trying to find where they were, or where they are. And there's a trail, and there's a Fengman. Oh no, it's Maggie Boy. We'll just get them out of the game immediately. Yep, knew that the shovel will be here. Because they have to be, because they are annoying. Okay. Okay, cool. I get this hook for free then. Making sure that they weren't just immediately behind me or some shit. They definitely went around here. Yep. And because of the blood, we're just easily able to find them again. Easy drop pallet. Break this just as we can. Then just go around, and then, yeah, we pretty much win this game now. So I think I will just do another game, and this will be the first one. Yeah, so the Oni's power is really good. It works especially well when there's not much to hinder you. Like if everyone's injured, there's no need to go into your power, because it works really well when survivors are injured. Damn. I don't know why you're being so cocky, Shell. Like, I've kicked your ass this entire game. But I guess, you know, what else is there for them to do? They've obviously lost the game. I know that there's no pallet here because of Zanshin, so they're kind of just fucked now. So, boom, you got hit. Nemesis, so when they pallet stun me, yeah, it just means that they get blindness for... no, oblivious, I think, for 40 seconds. And it also means that they become the obsession. So it is a good obsession switching perk. It is actually the best. But yeah. So now we will just try to find where the Fengman is. Which, judging from these pools of blood, they're going back to help the shell right now. I do like this particle effect of the blood. Are they seriously not gonna help their friend out? Okay. I'm just gonna BM them like, woo, I won! Woo, look at me! Woo, woo! I'm gonna go into my blood fury, prematurely spin around 20 million times. Woo! Woo! I'm so cool. Look at me! Isn't it awesome when people do things unnecessarily? Like, woo! Woo! I just want to do that because they're annoying to me. So now we will try out the Demon Dash, which is actually a really cool ability that I really like. Basically just your fast movement speed thing that you can also... Where is it? Gotcha. That's so good for us. Also, fun fact, the Oni's power does passively charge, however it does not, it goes to 98% and then it just like kind of just says no. So, fun fact for all of you. Yeah, I don't know if this will be the second game or not. I'll have to just check out how the game went. Nice try, Feng Min. You're not getting out. And we'll just BM them a bit. Just be like, woo, we really won this. And then just hook them. And then we'll hit them. Because I feel like it. And then we'll absorb all of this blood. And go into Blood Fury. And then try to Demon Dash just for funsies. Whee! Oh, that was weird. Ooh, and Adept Oni! Wow, look at that. Another Adept to my name. That is sick. So yeah, I think we may do another game, but if not, let's go to the tier list for the investment. Hello and welcome to the 8th game of trying to find a good secondary game. I'm your host, Hailender, and yeah, I've battled 7 games. So this is the 8th game since the game where I got Adept, which is the first part of this video. Typically, I actually just do 2 games back to back and then I just do it there, because usually the games aren't bad. And what I mean by bad is I get rolled so hard that there wouldn't be any point to make a video on it. That's what I mean by rolled so bad. These people are much more my style. Like, you know, they make mistakes, they're human, they're not in godly positions. I think I can actually breathe. Oops, I'm walking into a wall. So, let's go over the perks now that I feel like I'm actually alive again. So, Zancian Tactics at level 3 allows you to see all of the vaultable windows and pallets. At the moment it is 28 meters, as you can see by the little card. I'm lost on this map already. Oh, there's a thing up here. Nemesis, which happened then, switches the obsession when someone stuns me, and it allows me to see their aura for a few seconds. And the final perk is Blood Echo, which the way that it works is when you hook a survivor, all of the obsession survivors are then oh wow, that's crazy that didn't work. Gotcha. What, are you gonna play too? Yeah, that's right, that's what I thought. So all the people who are injured are then given hemorrhage and... I hate this map more than any other map in the game, honestly. I've gotten it twice. But yeah. Gotcha. Okay, I think I can pick them up. Yeah, so those are the perks. The power allows me to get blood orbs. Blood orbs can be used for tracking and allow me to demon dash. We currently just had a massive jump in ping. So what I'm going to do now is just puncture camp these two and try to get them out of the game as soon as I can. And to help do that, I'm just going to enter Blood Fury to pretty much signify don't come over here unless you want to die. So as you can see, we have Demon Dash and Demon Lunge. Demon Dash allows me to move basically like Hillbilly, except for I don't get stuck on collision and then lose my power. And then Demon Strike just makes it so then I can do a massive lunge. Yeah, you want to play the game? That's what I thought. And we're going to Demon Dash because I know that, yeah. Boom. Let's just eat this DS, and if they don't have DS, then it's great for me. Yep, that, yes. So that's just great for me. Thought that was 2 people there for a second. So this just means we can go over to the lorry, go and hook them, and then be on our merry way. This game has been going so much better, and I'm so happy that MMR has finally caught up to me. It only took 7 games of me literally, absolutely, no joke, getting my ass absolutely handed to me. The survivors in those games were godly. They were actually, like, top-notch, in my opinion. Like, from my skill level, I should say. Like, in terms of my skill level, the survivors that I faced were really, really good and competent. And a lot of them were in Swift groups as well, so it was pretty challenging. I basically kind of got like a killer game, which is kind of like what you would expect, really. I don't know if it's faster to fall down or if it's faster to just do that. Gotcha. Come with me, you're going to Brazil! But yeah, so sorry that this game seems more anger-induced. It is because I am what they call seething with rage. It is a rare medical condition, you may not have heard of it. Yeah. So, the lorry, their DS, a good friend of mine, Rapsy, check them out at rapsytwitch.tv, is playing Apex, and she is probably doing a stream as well. He just let himself die. Fair enough. They probably know that I'm not going to be nice this game at all, because I want content. I really want to just start editing videos. I've done a lot of things. I've had a good TTV streamer look at my content, and they were like, "Hey, you could do this," and I don't even know where that was. And they gave some really good ideas on what I could do for my videos. I think I just saw her. Yeah, I did. Don't know why she didn't go straight. She's kind of going in the most convoluted way right now. Don't know why you'd go this way. Don't know why you wouldn't just go straight either. Well, it was a fun game, Loy, but now you get to go into the basement. Oh, I love the basement in this one, it's actually really cool. A la vista, Laurel. I meant to say Lori, but I actually blanked on the name. Like, no joke, I just blanked on the name and I was like, Lauren, Lori, Laurel. But I didn't do it in that order. The actual name was lost. So what we're gonna do is pretty much just going to proxy camp like no one's business. And just hope that the Claudette comes into us, because at this point there are 3 gens left. What are they meant to do other than just, you know, unhook? And if they're not going to unhook, then it just turns into a game of trying to find Hatch. But yeah, so the Oni is a very fun killer, and in the first game I didn't use my Demon Dash much, and I've just been getting indoor maps or the craziest survivors in the entire world. So sadly, this is going to be the best game that we get. However, we did get to show off a lot of cool things, so there's that. Let's see here. I'm gonna guess this. Yeah. I was like, be quiet, I heard it. But yeah, GG, that was the final game, and now let's finally go to the investment tier list. It has been 2 or 3 hours since that first Oni game that you saw. So yep, let's go into the tier list, shall we? Hey, isn't it crazy? It took me 9 or 10 games. No, 9 games. It took me 9 games to get all of the footage for the Oni video. The only character in the entire tutorial series so far that has made me actually play more than 2 games. Crazy. Yeah, so let's actually talk about him. So let's talk about the perks that you get, because Yukimura does have Lucky Break, but I should probably think of this more as a killer investment tutorial series for now. But Lucky Break does exist, so I will actually think about that. So, he would already be like alright investment just because of that. But let's go into Oni's perks. So the first one that I want to talk about is Zanshin Tactics. And this one's a really good one for beginners. It's a really good beginner perk because it kind of teaches you how loops work and helps you be able to visualize on your own where the pallets would be on a loop, making sure that you're like, oh yeah, I know that there was a pallet here, so I should remember that, where the pallets are, and then, you kind of like get that thing going, which can be really good for you. But it can make over-reliance, but in my opinion, it's a good training perk at least. So that's really good. Nemesis is a pretty funny perk. It's the best obsession switching perk in the game, and hey, it actually does have some uses with the new corrective active. No, it's not corrective action. The new Yoichi perk, where when you stun the killer, you get to hide everything but your aura for 7 seconds. Nemesis shows their aura for 6 or 7 seconds. So even when they go away scot-free, that perk actually counters that. And it also makes them oblivious, so they don't even know where you are for, I think, 30 seconds, which is a pretty good thing. And the final perk that you get, let me just think about it, because, like, I've, like, recorded it all yesterday. Only perks, Blood Echo. Blood Echo is an okay perk. The problem with perks such as Blood Echo is that when you are not hunting someone down and injuring them, it is very unlikely for someone to be injured unless they've been unhooked. So it's kind of really hard to pull off and get, like, 3 people. But when you do, it actually is good. 45 seconds of exhausted is really good. We talked about that in, like, the Demogorgon one. Exhausted is just a really strong mechanic to put on survivors because it just means that they can't do anything. And if you are in a situation where, a bunch of injured people are trying to get around you, try to be annoying around survivors, you can, put this on, and then when they go to scatter, because, they want the healthy person to go in, they're exhausted, so then they can't even get away quickly or use their dead hard, so you can just slug 2 more people, go back to the hook, and maybe get another down. But yeah, that is the perks. And Oni himself, the power, very good, easily, in my opinion, top 7. He has a power that makes it so survivors either have to play ridiculously safe, or they just have to know that, because as soon as you get 1 hit, he can snowball. As soon as you get 1 down, he really easily can snowball, because when you go for the save, as soon as, like, that one thing has happened, it's like, okay, he has his power now, pretty much. So where am I going to put him in the tier list? Well, this is actually a hard one to think about, because the power itself is really good, but he has not very good perks. So I'm going to put him around here. The investment of Oni is mainly in his power. I'm going to do this actually. The investment of Oni is mainly in his power, and so same with Huntress. So yeah, so both of them are like that. The thing is, though, is Huntress has 1 perk which you could use if you wanted to meme on someone, while Nemesis, with the perk, Oni with the perk Nemesis, sorry, actually does now have a kind of niche spot in the meta, being to counter corrective action builds, whatever that Yoichi perk is. So because of that, it actually has a place now, and it also is the best way to switch obsessions, which you can use in funny meme builds as well. So he has, like, 1 perk that can easily outclass anything Huntress has. I believe that Oni and Huntress are similar enough in high power level. So even in that front of power, it's like kind of the same. And then like Zancian Tactics is like an okay perk. It's only like it can be good on Blight, just in case like because split second decision making is like a really big thing with Blight, so you actually have to think a lot. But other than that, like no one else really needs to run that perk. So with that, I think he has like one really good perk that's like better than Huntress's perk, and at power level they're kind of the same. And then he also as well has like a survivor that has an okay perk too. But I don't want to run that too much because like I don't think it should be the best of good investment. I think he's still a good investment. He's still pretty high up there in the good investment tier. But I think where he stands right now is where he should be. So that is all for this video. And the next episode we'll be talking about my favorite killer in the entire game, pretty much, Deathslinger. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.